Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're doing good this evening. Well, today I'm going to start an experiment with a potato tower. And so I'm going to show you everything that I'm doing to try to make a potato tower a success. I'm going to tell you why most potato towers probably aren't a success and some of the problems associated with them. So, guys, right off the bat, please let me know what your experiences are with the potato towers. Good, and if you want to, bad. I have done it twice. And the first time was years ago, and I felt like I had some success. I probably got more pounds out of it than what I planted. And then the first year I did YouTube last year, I planted three different kinds, and I had all this great stuff I was going to do, and they turned out absolutely horrible. I mean, just absolutely horrible. There was no way I got more out of it than what I planted, and so I kind of gave up on them. And then here, it's been a little while back. I read an article, and it's this guy was saying potato towers, they have never worked, they will never work, and this is why. And so that I kind of looked at that like it was a challenge, like, can I make a potato tower work? So what kind of got all this started was years ago, another guy wrote an article on how he could grow 100 pounds of potatoes in a 4x4 square area. And that's kind of what got it all going. And there's a lot of different variations. But let me show you why most potato towers really don't work. So I'm going to get you down here. And so hold on just 1 second. Okay, guys, there's really three reasons I believe why potato towers don't work. The first one is nutrients. I think people, and I did this, I think people put in too many seed potatoes and there's not enough food for them, so they can't grow. Another one is water. Potatoes take a lot of water, and when I did mine, I had them all the way on the other end of my garden, and it was really, really hard to water them. And so I think that's another reason why potato towers fail. Now, the big one, and this is what I read in that article, and I didn't know people did it this way, but what they do is they plant potatoes down in here, and then they let the potato plant grow. They pull the leaves off of it, and then they just keep adding dirt, thinking that you're going to get potatoes all the way up. Well, guys, that's not how potato roots work. Okay, and I made a video last summer where I actually show the roots of a potato and what they do, and I'm going to leave a link to that in the description. But guys, even an indeterminate potato, you know, it's only going to have roots that grow potatoes a foot up or so, and then once you pull all the leaves off of it, then it can't perform photosynthesis, so you can't grow any potatoes. So trying it that way will never work. So guys, let me show you what I'm going to do to try to combat all three of these things. One of them is I got my water right over there, so it's going to be easier to water them, and I've kind of come up with an idea on how to water them too, so that might help. But let me show you what I'm going to use to try and get the nutrients right. Okay, guys, so what this first layer is, this is just really aged pig manure. I've had this around for probably close to a year, and guys, I think it's going to work out really, really good. Because it's real light, and I think them roots are going to be able to really go, right through this. So the next thing I'm going to use rabbit manure mixed with alfalfa pellets that I get from underneath my rabbit cages. And guys, what I think about this is, you know, plants, potatoes, especially when they're first growing, they need a lot of nitrogen. And this is going to give it to them to let them plants grow nice and big. So that's what I got here. Now, the next thing I'm going to use just good old plain dirt. And I know I got some coming out. I've had that before, but I'm not worried about it. Eventually, I believe it will all settle in. And so what I'm going to do, I've got a lot more dirt, and I got a lot more aged manure. I'm just going to keep putting this up until, say, I get the dirt about right here. Now that's going to give them plenty of nutrients and plenty of room to grow. Because where I kind of made the mistake the last time was I tried to do too many layers. And so this one here, I might only do, you know, 2 layers of this, probably no more than 3, because I'm not going to use a lot of seed potatoes, but I'm hoping to get more potatoes than what I planted, so to speak. So guys, the only other thing I'm going to do is once I get this dirt up to say about right here, I'm just going to put a layer of hay over it, and all that's there for is just to let me know where to water, because I've got an idea on the watering. It's not really necessary, I don't think, but it will separate the layers. Now, another thing that people do that they probably shouldn't, they make their cages out of chicken wire. If you're trying to grow it all the way up, I guess that would work, but because growing them all the way up don't work, if you are going to try something like this, don't use chicken wire, because your potatoes are going to come out right here, and you want a bigger square for them to come out of. Well, guys, I hope that helped, and I'm going to finish it up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when I'm done. Well, hey, I'll talk to you later. See ya.